Let me tell you a little story, got some news I want to share. Let's discuss a world of politics and ideas we can't compare. Let me give you some perspective on the way things seem to be. Moving forward with our medicines and all technology. That the world is full of stranger things that we can't comprehend. Cool creatures from another world and conspiracies, my friend. Tell me more about the chemicals that are active in our brains when we feel the thing that we call love ties us up in chains.
JAG Show. JAG Show. On the JAG Show.
Welcome to another episode of the JAG Show. I am, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. I am your host, one of your hosts, JD Marcel.
Are you singing about man? Like,
yeah, he loves men.
Hey, man.
Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United.
What's wrong with that? Hey, man.
Yeah, that's
it's
exactly
2019, all right, guys?
I totally just pictured a bunch of dudes in red jerseys just fucking hammering at each other.
Just docking and shit.
Yeah. Hey,
Docking.
just randomly tossing a soccer ball
Like
around.
slowly, like a slow,
Hey,
like
whatever.
slow
You just
I
came
don't
up
give
with
a
a new
fuck.
game.
I don't give a fuck. Hell yeah, glory Man United. They
Somebody-
won today against Chelsea, a huge rival.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's
hell
pretty huge.
4-0. They fucking destroyed them.
4-0. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey,
You say
Tottenham won
man
3-1,
destroyed?
but they beat Aston Villa, so that wasn't as impressive.
yeah. I mean,
We have Man City next week, though, so...
hey, good luck, man.
Fuck.
Hey, honestly, Man City,
Fuck.
that's Fix's fucking team.
Yeah, so fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Fuck.
fuck that guy. Fuck
Shout
you.
out. Fuck Fix.
Okay, we got a great show for you today. Of
Don't
course, we got AJ.
lie to them.
Man United's fucking fixed.
telling them that.
I'm sorry,
we
guys.
got an okay show.
Disclaimer.
for you
Right,
guys.
that's much
Hey,
better.
man.
Is that better? Is that better? My bad. My bad.
Fucking ever. You guys got me now.
We got AJ Moreno. What's going on, Angel? What's going on, man?
Salutations, my peoples. ¿Cómo estamos?
Aye. Hey.
fantastic.
And of course, we got Jimbo.
What's up? Oh, this
Fucking-
thing. What's up, guys?
What happened to your song?
Oh, wait, hold on. There we go.
Oh,
shit.
hell yeah.
Puro pinche party, guys.
Puro
Hell
pinche
yeah,
party
bro.
aquí en el JAG Show.
Wank, wank,
Shout
wank,
out to
wank.
Tuss. Tuss said what up to you guys.
Hey, what's up, Tusk? Shout out, man. Shout out.
Tuscadero.
That's a good buddy from Playtime, along with, of course, we got Dre Day all day.
Yeah.
On the ones and twos.
What's
Titties.
up?
On the ones and twos.
Hey.
Where? Which ones? Which twos?
And we got special guest, good buddy of ours, Carl, in the house. What's going on, Carl?
Don't kill Carl.
Some of you may know me as Casual Carl.
Yeah.
Shout out.
The one, the only, the casual. Hey.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I like
Hey,
it.
hey, hey,
Oh, shit.
Oh, we just went
shit.
stereo.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, tight.
There you go.
Oh,
I
man.
love
Hey,
all
like
the
when it says FM stereo.
I love all the songs that they do, or all the videos that they do to that
Oh.
song.
The meme,
As
they're
much
going
people
through
just fly away, going through space,
People getting
time.
knocked
time,
out.
yeah.
Fucking internet is such an amazing place, man. I cannot wait for the day that we can actually like step up into that motherfucker and like just.
Oh,
you know.
it's here, man.
Oh,
it's
right
here.
here,
Ask
huh?
this guy
Here,
right there.
right
Look.
here.
Ask Dre.
Oculus.
Check it out. There you go.
Oculus.
There you go.
There
Oculus.
you go.
There you go.
There you go. No, I mean I fucked with some VR shit. Actually, it was yeah,
Yeah,
it was
man.
actually my
Oh,
birthday.
shit.
It was my birthday a few
Oh,
days
yeah.
ago.
Shout out. Happy
birthday.
I was there.
I had to, yeah,
I was there.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God! Stop fucking lying. All right.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you guys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carl. Happy birthday to you. Hell yeah, cheers.
Appreciate that.
Birthday, brother. Happy
Salute,
birthday. Right on.
So I was fortunate enough to come hang out with Carl on Wednesday. And we went to this place called 2-Bit Circus. If anybody's
Shout
ever
out.
heard of it, it's a pretty cool like.
Two-Bit
It's an
Circus?
arcade.
It's
an arcade. And it was pretty chill. But go ahead, tell them all about it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite kickback spots.
Nice.
It's in the Arts District.
Okay.
It's like Angel had said, it's called 2-Bit Circus.
2-Bit
Yeah,
Circus.
if you guys are not familiar with it, look it up. It's fucking dope. They have a bunch of like VR.
Porn.
VR, yeah, play that.
shit.
That's the
You
back.
gotta
that's
pay
the
extra
back-
for that.
Yeah,
Cash only.
after hours. Yeah, it's just a bunch of arcades VR. They have like an escape room or two. It's fucking tight. It's
that's
okay.
pretty
You know,
cool.
you guys know Bar 82 in.
Oh yeah. That's
ima-
like
ima-
a video game slash bar.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Imagine that.
level up?
Yeah, but if it took a fat ass line of coke and cake. At the same time,
All of me on.
no, it's actually pretty crazy. You guys know of the band OK Go and their music videos, how crazy they have like the treadmills and everything. They have the one video which they're going up in the airplane up and down.
Okay.
at
Oh, yeah,
zero
for sure,
gravity.
for sure.
So the guys that create up the concepts of the videos are the guys that own 2-Bit Circus.
True.
Oh, that
they're-
makes
they're
perfect
fucking-
sense.
Dude, they're crazy.
Dude,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have to
yeah,
be
yeah.
on like fucking drugs
Yeah.
24/7.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
to get that kind of inspiration,
Yeah.
into like what the fuck, like who thinks about this shit?
See, that's
Like,
awesome.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
think about that, like when it comes to like even our childhood, like the cartoons that we used to see, like there has to be some fucking drugs involved
Yeah.
with
Dude.
some of
Oh,
these.
for sure.
Shit,
dude.
I mean-
it's not a question of if drugs, but which drugs.
Yeah, which drugs
Yeah.
exactly?
Because look at fucking Dumbo, right? That one scene where he's like tripping out because he drank too much. He's not drunk.
No,
That's not drunk, bro.
Off his
Nah.
rocker.
That
He
shit's
fucking
fucking
took
That
acid.
little
Like,
fucking
LSD, son.
LSD right there.
like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
No alcohol's ever gonna do that. You know what I mean?
No. You
That's
can't.
what,
Pink
that's what I was
elephants?
thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Pink
like
elephants?
this cartoon right here.
Oh,
Ren
yeah,
and
Ren and
Stimpy.
Stimpy.
Oh, dude.
my
that's
God.
that shit
Yeah.
is fucking
Hell
disturbing.
yeah.
Classic.
I mean, it's a classic, but it's kind of disturbing as fuck if you think about it.
That
I mean,
shit
like,
got real
Yeah.
intense. Some
Yeah.
of the scenes, like
Some
the
of
way
the
they were
stuff.
illustrated, were pretty graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
For Nickelodeon.
That's
A
exactly what I loved
a
about
lot
the
of
show.
grind.
That's what caught my attention every time was whenever they did the close-ups of the faces.
Oh yeah,
and it was just
like pockmarked
ugly
and like had
pimples.
pimples.
Yeah, it was just
Fucking Jason probably watches Pimple Doctor. What was
Hey,
it?
Oh, Dr. Pimple Popper.
Dr.
Hey,
Pimple
man.
Popper.
Oh, I can't watch that.
whatever
shit.
I jack
Yeah,
off
yeah, you
to
know it,
is
though.
my business.
What I
Hey man, the man knows what he likes. You know?
I'll say one more thing about that 2-Bit Circus place. So
Hey.
first of all, playing with VRs, playing with guns,
Ooh.
being in like it wasn't enclosed, but basically they put you in like this area, and there's 4 of you, and you're like kind of battling zombies together back to back,
Hey.
reviving each other and shit like that. So that was pretty cool. But one of the other things that I saw while I was out there, there's a bird simulator.
Oh yeah.
So like they hook you up with the visors,
All
right? They give you the controls. They sit you down on your chest.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
They sit you
Okay.
down on your chest. There's a fan in front of you, and you're fucking. You're
So
like,
it's like
you're in the
4D.
VR shit and
Yeah,
you're hanging
bro,
and you're
you're
flying.
like-
you're immersed.
yeah. I wish I could have taken a
That's
video of
pretty
somebody
cool.
doing this, like, and just
dude.
watch them. But the video that they were showing of that person,
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
flying around was like, oh
majestic
shit.
as
That's the thing.
Fuck.
It's
fucking
like
eagle, dude.
if you think about the future, man, look, they're already implementing like 4D ideas into these fucking VR things.
Yeah.
100%.
So it's like the wind blowing in your face,
Yeah.
and then pretty soon they're just gonna be hanging you with like a strap, and then you're just gonna
suspend
be
it,
fucking
yeah,
flying
gliding.
over a canyon somewhere. That's
Damn.
gonna be
and then they
awesome.
spray water at you.
Other effects and
like a
shit.
bird
That's
takes
not
a
water.
shit on you, like
I was gonna
That's not
say,
water.
they
spit on you. It's like, oh.
Yeah, water.
the
Water
bird,
costs too
the
much.
bird in front of you just takes a shit.
Damn.
That's not shit.
So real.
Yeah.
straight egg
So
yolk.
real.
That's some heavy shit there.
Just throw yogurt at you.
No, Jesus.
That's not yogurt.
Damn.
It's not
Leche
yogurt.
de papa.
Leche de
Oh, gross.
Wait, so how did you find out about this place? That's pretty cool.
Reality is because of my my affiliation for I'm sorry, not my affiliation, my admiration for the OK Go guys.
Okay,
like
for
you know
sure.
their music's mediocre to me. It's not bad, it's not good.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was working for K Rock back in 06, I had the
shout out.
opportunity. Shout out to
I
K Rock.
remember that. Yeah.
It was dope, it was dope.
Oh man.
I ended up smoking weed with those guys before one of their shows. It was fucking super tight. They're
Oh.
fucking super weird. But being kind of like a fan of their videos and kind of just going into depth. And I was like, who the fuck are the guys that do this shit? And some internet search led me to believe that these motherfuckers run that shit. It's super
Trip.
fucking tight.
Nice. Shout out. They was
I gotta go to that, man.
Yeah, man.
That sounds
Pretty
like
dope,
a lot of
dude.
fun, man.
Yeah.
Let's go right now. Let's
Let's
drop
go.
accident.
Hey, all right, guys. Thank you for calling. Like and subscribe.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Jag Show.
Run the song, Dre.
All right, so no, well, for Carl and for those of you that are first-time listeners, if you don't know who we are a show geared for pretty much anything, but most of the time, most of the time we try to
we try to stay within the realm of gay sex.
Yeah, gay sex,
pretty much.
paranormal,
you know what?
gay
I'm a first-time
sex.
listener, but I'm
yeah.
in the right place.
And so we fuck around with a lot of ideas about like conspiracy theories and paranormal stuff, ghosts, Bigfoot, other dimensions. Carl, do you
Nipples.
believe in anything
Hashtag
like of the sort, like anything paranormal?
Oh,
and if
fuck,
so, has anything ever happened to you? Do you have any experiences
Shit.
with
Have
something
you
like
been
that?
probed?
As far I wish, man, because if they would have probed me, they probably would have put some implant on me and me fucking superpowers and shit, man. I wish, man. If you guys,
I'm
listen,
so glad.
I can
I'm
use the power
down.
of flight.
I'm
me.
so
Yeah.
glad that you said that.
my address is
Because honestly, you know what, and this is I didn't speak to you before the show, but this show today, I have a lot of videos about humans with extra human
Superpowers?
abilities.
Oh.
And so so let me
Ooh.
ask you one question then. If you had the chance to have a superpower, what would you
Oh,
have?
shit.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
You know what? I
That's a
would
good
say
one.
straight up teleportation. You know,
Teleportation?
To me,
Oh,
just like
Nightcrawler.
teleport
into a
just
bank,
be like, boom, out,
Nightcrawler.
out.
Wow.
You know?
What's up, Dre?
Yo.
Have you guys seen The Boys?
Oh, no. Is that with Seth Rogen?
Oh,
No,
on
it's on
Hulu?
Amazon Prime.
Oh, Amazon
Nah.
I
Prime.
was gonna say, I would say invisibility, but the guy who has invisibility in that movie is such an a-hole that'd be me. The guy in the restroom be like, Dre, we can smell you.
Troy, we could smell your dick. What the fuck?
Your semen's not invisible, asshole.
Yeah, you said the movie's called The
He's
Boys.
like, your clothes are not invisible. And he's like, oh.
Troy, I could still feel your dick on my ass.
He's butt ass naked and they can smell him. So then he goes like from invisibility to normal, and he's butt ass naked with balls hanging out. He's like, all right, I'm leaving.
See? Okay, so teleportation. Why teleportation?
Shit, man. I'm fucking. We're born and bred LA. You know,
Okay.
we fucking deal with traffic on a daily basis.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
true.
no fucking.
Yeah.
Wake
True.
up at
That's a lie,
8:50,
man.
take a quick shower.
I mean, just be like, boo, yeah. I mean, honestly, too, is like all I want to do is travel. So
Okay.
you know, instead of having to fucking deal with hopping on a plane and go somewhere, I could just be like, boom, I'm gonna have breakfast in fucking
wasn't
Paris,
there-
and then.
Okay,
You know?
there was a movie about that though. There was
pretty
the guy from that
Jumper?
played.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jumper?
No, Jumper.
Jumper, yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And when I thought about that, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fucking
Yeah.
awesome. Like just,
Yeah, you
oh,
just-
I want to go to Egypt now. Let's go
Oh,
to
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Egypt.
Bam, boom.
Don't you lose
Come on,
time?
land. If you
I
land, then you
lose
land in
sometime.
Egypt, then just get shot. They're like, but you can't just be busting in anywhere like that. You can just be coming in like a cloud anywhere, bro.
Man.
Like,
Well, dude, I mean, you know what? Honestly,
Teleport to the hospital.
yeah.
By the time you get there, you're just like. Well, I guess teleporting not fucking cool.
Teleport, flatlining.
But yeah,
Oh, that's
I've
terrible.
always wanted to teleport. It's just,
yeah.
It's been
That
a
did
dream of
not
mine.
work the way I wanted it
Straight
to.
That would be fucking dope. That would be super awesome. Agent
Stop
Moreno,
setting up on the
what would you
website.
do?
Stop setting up on the website.
I mean, if you think about it, if you get arrested, like, okay, just teleport out of the fucking jail cell.
Yeah, that's
what is
exactly,
there?
yeah,
You know?
that's
exactly.
true.
Like,
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Are
you're
they
gonna
gonna
get
handcuff
drunk
you?
and
All
a
right, cool.
DUI and you just teleport into the next cell over. Like,
you're not very good at it. Like,
yeah. You teleport yourself in the back of the cop car, like, fuck! Damn it! Wait, one more. Let me do this one more time.
shit.
Then you teleported and all you did was turn around?
I made it.
Oh, for sure. What the fuck is that over there?
But to answer your question, because I'm sure we've talked about it many times on the show before, I would always go for being able to do something like morph or like a
Disguise yourself in some
Mystique.
way. Yeah.
No,
for sure.
just
Just transform?
to become another person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
that would
like
be
a
fucking
shapeshifter.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would fuck with everybody all day long, like all the time. I would like make sure that I knew that someone was like away on vacation, and then I would go fucking be them for like a little while. And if I really enjoyed being them, maybe I'd fucking kill them and replace them.
And then you leave a note. Hey, I'm out of here.
Just saying, exactly, right? Like, yeah, like Epstein.
They went on.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But
yeah, that's what I would do.
I mean, if somebody had like a hot wife or something.
I'm just saying, fool. Dude, come on, bro. Like, I would be, I would like to know what it's like to be, a black dude with a giant dong.
Yeah.
But what inversely, on the other side, I'd also like to know what it's like to be an Asian chick with a small vagina. I'm just saying. I'm curious.
Jimmy, what about you, man?
That reminds me of the new episode of Black Mirror. You seen that one?
Wait, which one?
It's like it's about these two like best friends.
Yeah.
They grew up playing like Street Fighter, and they go to VR. This VR Street Fighter. One of them's a chick, one of them's a dude.
And no spoilers, but yeah, they fuck.
Yes.
They fuck.
Two dudes.
No spoilers, but hey, you know what?
playing, but in the game, one is a female, one is a male.
Yeah. In the VR, they can feel the punches.
Exactly.
It's all super real and shit.
Yeah, and he's talking about how unreal, like you would never know. It's like this, and he's like describing it to him.
I saw the episode, and I was like, see, there's a bunch of nerds across the world trying to convince their friend right now to fuck.
So my question to you guys is the dude that plays a guy in the game fucking a girl, is he gay?
Yeah. Because they meet.
I don't know. I don't.
For me.
Spoiler alert.
For me, I think that when you get over the physical aspect of it, in the grand scheme of things for that episode, he fell in love with his friend. He's gay as fuck.
Yeah,
he fell in love with his friend.
He knew like that. Like
he
that
knew it was him.
Yeah,
he knew it was him.
Oh,
he knew.
They even tried like. There's one part.
Hey, you want to just bang,
bro?
No spoilers, but let me tell the whole fucking episode.
No, tell him. But there's a scene where like, all right, you know what? We're not in the game. Let's kiss and see if it's us or just the fucking game.
Yeah.
And they made out, and then they started fighting.
Hold on. Yeah. So that's why I say, is it like, is it necessarily? Well, one side of it is that one dude that plays the guy. I don't think he's necessarily gay. Yeah, he's in essence falling in love with the conscious man, but it's not the physical body.
Wait. What about the the dude that plays the girl, is he gay?
Fuck yeah. He's fuck. He's just taking that dick like, oh damn, son.
Well, I mean,
my thing is this. Okay, the first step where they were meeting in the game and they were screwing. Maybe not gay. Maybe.
All right, sure.
Right.
But every time they're after,
then they meet in real life and then they
bang.
make out.
Yeah.
And did they bang in real life or not?
Nah, they kiss.
No, they never
just kiss.
They never have sex in real life. They just
never
make
had
out.
sex in real life. They kiss.
Yeah.
just in the video.
Did they look in the eyes? Because then if they look in the eyes, then
Nah, they close their eyes.
Okay, so it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
But the thing that makes them gay is
not.
they're like, yo,
not.
your birth is kind of strong, and I don't really like it. They go back to fucking in the game.
That's true.
So this is the interesting part of it all is that the wife finds out.
His girl allows him once a month to fuck his friend.
No. Once a year on his
Here.
birthday. On his birthday.
Whoa.
Hey, that's a fucking tight ass wife though. She fucking.
That's a sick setup, dude. No. But we're missing one part of it though. Like the wife also had gone out.
Oh yeah.
And she was hit on because she's an attractive female.
Yeah. Okay.
And she was hit on by like random dudes like while she was at the bar.
She ends up cheating.
I don't know if she ends up cheating on him, but she's at the bar.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Oh, is it
she allows the guy
cliffhanger.
the guy to buy her drinks.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it's at. You don't really know, but that's an arrangement. They made an arrangement, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, that is so fucking progressive. So progressive. Yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting take. What a fucking episode. But that Black Mirror, dude, they really make you look
They really
at
make
the
you
soul.
Yeah.
At the soul, bro. At the root of it all. And
it's great.
technology, really, the way it's making us look at one another is fucking wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
In the Furby world,
future
if you have
is
sex
now.
with a girl Furby, you're not gay, but that could be like an ugly ass fat dude in there, but it's okay. It's not gay as long as it's a girl Furby, like or furry. What do they call it?
It's the same
it's a
idea.
furry, it's a
Oh
furry,
yeah. The furries. Yeah.
That shit's a little fucking like that's a little too
Yeah.
kink. I'm pretty kink myself, but that's a little too kink.
That's out there. I heard I was a radio station, and someone called in who worked at a hotel where they had that furry convention.
Shit.
And the stories that came out of that person was like they had to tell the convention organizers to find another spot because their clogs were getting clogged. Their toilets were getting clogged because of their furry costume. They don't ever take it off.
Shit.
They fuck in the costume.
Yeah.
So just like Dre said, you could be fucking the dude, but it doesn't matter because you're fucking the furry.
Yeah.
And in the furry world, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I mean,
guess.
like,
furry ass cum loads and shit.
Man, just like and they're like, we can't have
so
you.
check it out. Some of them are so in depth that they require like them to serve them milk in saucers so they can lick it off the floor.
Damn.
that's pretty deep.
That's intense, yo.
That's pretty deep.
Intense.
You guys heard about that one? It's actually she's a dominatrix.
Yeah.
And she's an older
not
dominatrix,
familiar
probably
with
like
this-
in
this
her
chick, no.
mid-50s.
What's her name? Give her a
mid-50s, early 60s.
Shout out.
And basically what she does when someone comes to see her is that she get these motherfuckers to clean her house.
Wow. Hustler of the year.
Bruh,
That's fucking next level
she
shit
is
right
getting
there.
paid to have these cats wash her shit.
Hell
Wow.
yeah.
And
And
she just
treat them like shit in
yeah.
the process.
Wow.
What a boss. What a baller. Kudos. That's a cheat code. That's a fucking cheat code right there. Sorry.
How do we went from fucking superpowers to fucking treating
Hey, a dominatrix
I love
is a
it.
superpower, bro.
I love
Like,
it.
Those are mind powers.
That's where it
bro.
is.
Those are my powers.
She really has to
Those
sell
are real
that shit.
fucking. Those
are real
fucking
powers,
superpowers.
bro.
For real
yeah,
superpowers.
like, hey, this is the deal.
Ah.
You're gonna come to my house.
Yeah.
You're a 50-year-old man, whatever. You're gonna come.
I
to
get
my
rich.
house.
You do the hard work.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
No,
You
they
sign
just-
up,
they just
you
show
sign
up.
Oh, and
You show up and she fucking lays
And
it
she
down
does
for you.
that, yeah,
She tells
yeah,
you the
pretty
fuck
much.
to do. Fucking
Yeah,
look at me like
exactly.
spits in your mouth kind of thing.
Yeah,
that. Wash
yeah.
my fucking mug.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think it was like American Horror Story where I saw one episode where
It was your toilet.
she was she was a dominatrix, and it was a German soldier that took place like during World War II or some shit like that.
okay.
And she made this motherfucker sit on a toilet that had nails sticking out of it.
Tight.
And the whole time he was fucking sitting down, he was like, danke, danke. pretty much saying thank you for this fucking pain.
Yo, I didn't know you were fluent in German, yo.
Danke.
Oh, man.
That's kind of crazy, man.
and then you rewound it.
And then I
couple
rewound
times.
it and I jacked off.
You try to make your own bed of nails? Ay, gracias. Ay, gracias.
He's like, you know,
No, but
Okay. Danka. All right. This move is called
you know what?
Danka.
Let's get to some conspiracy theory, man. You know what? There's been a lot of talk about Epstein, man, recently.
The
So,
piece of shit. Rest in
for those
piss.
of you that don't know what's
Fuck
going on,
that.
former
Rest in hell,
financier
bastard.
Rest
was
in
convicted
piss.
of fucking pedophilia, pretty much, molestation of children,
The whole
Trafficking.
It's the whole pizza game.
Trafficking.
sex trafficking. Huh?
It's Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pizzagate. It's all
Yeah.
connected. The Lolita Express, all
Yep.
that shit.
Dude,
Yep.
so this guy,
Man.
obviously, for those of you that haven't heard, he supposedly committed suicide, okay? But there's a lot of conspiracy theory going against that, saying, no, he couldn't have committed suicide. Jimmy, you were... Yeah. sorry.
No, I swear to God, if they ever bust in this studio, it will be during this show. It will be during
This show would be the
that
one.
it's gonna happen.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Man, don't say that shit. I'm fucking here. Like,
I would look up at the camera and I'd be like,
Oh damn.
Dre's got a trap door down there he hasn't told us about, dude. Carl looks like he got shot.
Be quiet in the corner. And just be
Teleport to the hospital.
Dre, can you put up the
No.
screen? Oh, okay. My bad. Never mind then. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, so we brought it up last show.
Okay.
We brought it up last show that we were talking about the shootings and things that have happened, and trying to figure out why these things happen and whatnot. And really, what we ended up getting into was that it seemed like like this was just kind of this merry-go-round whenever we have a shooting that everybody kind of speaks their position, talks about what should be done. Nothing ever gets done.
Yeah,
and then a few months later, there's another one, right?
Right.
And so in that conversation, this was brought up because we started to forget about Epstein, right? Because this was happening. This was big news. You talk about people with the likes of Bill Clinton, are one of the people that was being serviced by Lolita Express, right? Like all that good stuff.
Apparently rode that particular aircraft 24 times.
Some ridiculous
in one day.
I did not have sexual relations on that plane.
Are you trying to have sex with me?
Yes.
Did you bring condoms?
Oh, man.
No, but so this was brought up last time, and so pretty much what the word is that according to the news, Epstein committed suicide.
Bullshit.
Okay, but according to a lot of conspiracy theory, and according to this article from the New York Post, this former they talked to this former inmate from the facility where Epstein was at, which is the the Metropolitan Correction Center. Okay, and so given the space that he was in at the time, because Epstein was already on suicide watch. Supposedly he had tried to commit suicide.
That's not true.
12 or 13 days prior to his actual demise. But the thing is, according to this inmate, given the facility and the materials around him in this room, there is no possible way that he could have committed suicide, because the blankets, even the uniform that he was wearing couldn't be used to like tie anything around his neck.
They gave him a tube top.
Yeah, the blankets were made out of like some sort of paper material, which he's a like a 200-pound man. It would have ripped right away. So there's no way, according to this inmate, of course, and according to whatever was said on the New York Post, that Epstein could have committed suicide.
I don't know, man.
What do you guys think?
Well, hold on. First of all, I haven't heard the whole story. For the most part, I don't believe any of the shit that comes out in the media.
Yeah.
How was it they had said he killed himself? He hung himself? Is that what the story is?
Yeah. Something about
asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation around the
Maybe
neck.
he was just trying to get off.
Check it out.
I wouldn't put it past them. But there's no girls in prison.
No little girls in prison. Oh shit! Sorry, guys.
Damn. No. But on some real shit, I mean, from what I know, is that Epstein had a pretty sweet deal with his lockup. That it was a minimum security facility, and he was even allowed to leave the site.
Damn.
He was allowed to leave the site to work. So for 10 hours a day, a driver would pick him up, take him straight to work, and bring him back, and he would stay the night at the facility. Yeah. So if you have a sweet deal like that, like I just really don't see the motive behind taking your own life. I don't see that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see that. But the information that he had to share, and the people that were going to get implicated, the people that were going to get dragged under the bus, so to speak. I think there were a lot of heavy hitters.
Okay.
And those heavy hitters couldn't have that. So Hillary came in there and handled some business, stood up for her man, and had this guy taken out. For sure.
Also, according to this article, that there is,
fuck that bitch.
Or supposedly, according to the former inmate, that there was a lot of corruption among the the guards, that are in the facilities. So
surprise.
there is,
Someone got paid
some
fat to fucking zoom in.
possibility, that there is some foul play here. That Epstein did not take his own life.
Nah, man.
Nah.
Jimmy, you don't believe that
At all. No. It's just too fishy because I hear that they took him off suicide watch just before, right?
Yeah, like
so that's fishy for a guy who's supposed to be on suicide watch. Just conveniently killed
Took him
himself
off
right
one
after.
night. Okay.
Yeah. Second of all, you can pay anybody anything.
Sure.
To go in there and kill him.
Yeah. In prison,
You got lifers in there?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They'll go do it.
But
his
for a fucking pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. His trial didn't even start. So, they killed him even before he could make testimony because there were reports that he was going to squawk, that he was going to talk.
For sure he is.
Everything.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. Yeah, so, I mean...
See that, and that's hard. It's hard. It's also hard on the other side because, you know what, there are people that, you know, once everything comes to light about their dark history, you know, they don't want to take that. You know, they ultimately decide to end their lives.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
It's a possibility that's what happened here too. But you know what? It is a little suspicious, especially with everything going into play, all the puzzles that you know, have been connected. You know, all the people involved.
Yeah.
So, Carl, what do you think? Do you think?
I believe it. I believe that was the fucking biggest bullshit that I've ever seen. It just, to me, doesn't make sense. Like, you know, like you guys mentioned, you know, it's this higher hierarchy, you know, the echelon, where it is that they can't have their secrets exposed, and so at that point, it's just in their better interest to fucking do the bastard in. Right. You know, he got sloppy, whatever it is, he got caught. All right, cool, you're done. You know. But
you're out of the club, dude.
No, you know.
Yeah, get out of here.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
What's it when they say about gangs? There's only two ways out of gangs. In handcuffs or in a casket.
And sex.
Unless you're a veterano, no.
You could live till the end.
Technically, you could survive.
You could retire.
If you survive,
you can survive.
That's what
401k
it is.
You got benefits and all that stuff. A good retirement plan.
You get a joke out to a pension.
Shit, we're still gonna get murdered.
The crazy thing is I've watched some veteranos in their older age, like, and some videos start popping up, and it's pretty crazy because regardless of how old they get, they still have that mentality of like, what's up, fool? You trying to get crazy? What's up? Right? You get what I'm saying? They try to put somebody in their place, right?
Yeah.
Because they've been used to doing it for so many years, and so when someone gets out of line, they still feel like they can go do that.
Right.
They feel that because they're older looking, you know, OG, that they're gonna get the respect that they've earned in the streets for so many years, but fucking they don't know you. So I've watched some old fools come up to these young cats and just straight get knocked the fuck out. And my guy has never been laid out like that ever in his life, and his old 60-year-old ass is just straight lateral on the ground. Lights out for you, homie.
Well, I mean, obviously there is a time where you fucking have to like say, okay, fuck.
But
this
that's
shit.
hard for a cat like that.
It is.
It's hard because they're not used to that
for
shit.
so many years. Yeah, I see that. But
tested.
Nah, that's crazy, man.
And they don't even get a hit.
They leave those fools on the ground, tirando barrio.
No, but they roll them over.
So they don't check on their tongues.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
Damn, that fool went down and he's still throwing gang signs.
It was hard as fuck.
That fool's a real homie. Real OG.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good.
Okay, so Carl, this is the you know, the fact that he committed suicide is bullshit. Then ultimately,
100%.
100%. He got taken out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, you know, like I said, it's just,
all right.
I
think can't have these secrets out here, you know.
All right.
Exposed.
If any of you guys have an idea or have an opinion on this, what you think about Epstein and what happened, you know, give us a call. You know, tune in. You're already tuned in.
Tune in double time.
But call in and
tune out. Tune back in.
call in at that number. Jimmy, give us a number.
323-743-3731.
All right, so on to the next thing. We're all in agreement, but if anybody calls, we'll definitely go back to it. So it's funny, you were talking about teleportation, Carl.
Yeah.
So I have a video, man, and it talks about exactly that.
Tight.
Just let me find that fucking video right here. I think it's this one, actually. All right. So can we do a J or nay? Can we set up the J or nay?
Hell yeah.
So pretty much, for those of you that are not familiar with J or nay, it's pretty much I show a video and then you either say J, yeah, it's fucking real, or nay, fuck that bullshit. All right. And so, Dre, let's play that shit. Oh, all right.
And we're out.
Like and subscribe.
All right, guys. Like and subscribe. You can catch us on Instagram and
Real fucking assholes, J or nay?
it's 98% asshole.
So,
Thanks, Pepper. Hey, is Pepper back?
Pepper is MIA. I think he's embarrassed by what he has been a part of, and he doesn't want to be a part of that no more. So
damn!
Turns
Hashtag
back to most of the group.
All right. Hashtag Pepper Watch.
Man, so
I feel bad because I think we embarrassed him, so he's kind of erasing that kind of, and he's trying to like go legit.
Embarrassed him?
Damn.
Oh no!
Yeah, because of the fan page podcast.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Pepper, we apologize.
Anyways,
that's tough, man. That's tough.
Maybe I'll get him in.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sex.
it's this one right here. And I'm gonna play this shit right here.
Let's see your email.
So check this out.
Seems to have witnessed the same thing previously, hence was following the mysterious man.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. It started on a fucking different place.
Number 5. Proof of teleportation. Taken on a highway in Russia, a video shows a man appearing out of nowhere.
So you see that man right there? That man right there. Pretty much, like whatever. But check out the video right now.
A man just appears on the road. He appeared to come from the side of the truck, dressed in a white coat, something that seems like.
So there's nothing right there, and then all of a sudden the man appears.
What the fuck?
Oh shit!
It can be seen that the truck shows an illogical movement pattern, which can be described as close to a zigzag movement just before the appearance of the man. The driver himself is taken aback and stops the truck. Number 4.
Okay.
Bring it back. One more again.
In an alley.
So let's bring it back.
A little further.
In the video, number 5. Proof of
Bam!
teleportation.
Look at him just fucking appear out of fucking nowhere.
All right, hold on. I'm taking the wheel.
All right, go for it.
I'm taking the wheel. Hold on a
Nothing
second there.
seems weird about it at first.
Hold on a second there. Wait a minute.
Hold on there, buddy.
Hold on there, buddy.
Easy there, partner.
Hold on there, buddy. Let's see this one more again. Let's bring this down a little bit.
Slow it down.
Slow it down, brother.
Thank you.
Slow it down. Let me see that right.
So,
What the fuck?
So you see,
I mean, okay.
the truck tries to swerve out of the way
before the truck swerves.
Okay. So let's go a little bit back.
That's pretty much when it swerves right there.
And that's in Russia?
Yeah.
Because he does swerve away, right? Like he does swerve away. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit slower then. I'm gonna just do a little bit slower then. Hold on.
Slow
Hey,
down,
this is about as slow as it goes, though. So
That's what she said.
All right.
Ain't no more slow no more. If I go any faster, I'm gonna lose it.
Just don't talk.
And you always go faster.
Don't talk.
All right. And then bam, there's a guy.
What the fuck?
So I know. So what they're saying,
it does kind of show like he's like materializing.
It's
So you see like a little bit of him.
So what they're saying is, this guy pretty much materialized out of nowhere. The truck saw him last minute, try to get the fuck out of the way. I mean, obviously the truck saw him because he swerved. He tried to swerve out of the fucking way. But I mean, what does that mean? What do you guys think? Do you think this guy just fucking appeared out of nowhere, or he was there the whole time? Is just like an angle thing, or Carl? What do you think, man?
You know what? As much as I want it to be true, I say nay. Because if the reality is, and here's my opinion on it, is if he was, teleporting, then why would the truck have, done the shit? It would have just kept on going. If he cause the thing is, in the video, it shows him kind of materializing off the side of the truck.
Right.
And at that point, what's the reason for the truck driver to have swerved?
Right, beforehand.
That's just my opinion.
Beforehand. That's what I was thinking too. It's like if the truck saw him beforehand, then why is he materializing in the middle of that little fucking the trailer, the part, pretty much in the middle?
Yeah, like if you watch it, like he's not visible, he's not, and then there, and then like watch it, and you see more. Honestly, he might be a fucking ghost. That's what I think that might be, if anything. Like it shows like he went through the truck, and not necessarily like for him to teleport.
Because it was pretty close. It was pretty damn close to the fucking truck. And then on top of that, like this guy, he's acting as if nothing's fucking happening. Like, I don't know if it's, just pretty much shell shock or, just post-traumatic stress disorder. Something. He's just, in shock right now. And he's not really thinking about it.
I mean, he has a lab coat.
And then, that's another thing. The clothes are a little off. Like
the socks, the downer, the fool.
That fool got some really high socks.
Yeah, man, and some black Vans.
I mean, the dude does look pretty weird.
What if that's a time suit?
Oh,
okay, and
time displacement.
And see, that's the thing. It's like there's two things that could be going on. if this is real. If this is real, there's two things. This guy has figured out a way to fucking teleport between different places around the world, or it's a time traveler.
Yeah.
A potential time traveler that just came into fucking existence in this time from wherever the fuck time he's coming from.
True. What if the driver saw something right as he turned, and then that little door opened, and that fool just went.
Well, that's the thing.
What's going on in here, guys?
Yeah, let me just go with
that's another thing. So that would be
teleports in the truck near.
Are you saying that's Doctor Who?
Yeah. And he just walked.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, man, you better be careful when you get those teleporting powers, bro.
Yeah,
no, I'm just saying, bro. You don't like want to teleport somewhere and there's a truck driving by and then they're in it.
You better make sure that whoever's fucking in control of that shit has those coordinates right, because you're gonna teleport into a fucking Mack truck.
And now we got worried about not only immigrants coming over the wall, but teleporting in.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Haters.
Yeah, that what Jimmy said, to go off what Jimmy said, it could be an explanation of why the truck swerved. Maybe it wasn't so much the person that the truck saw,
just
but
saw
something
kind of like a
and
Terminator.
then all of a sudden,
SG1 shit.
and
like,
then like he saw the light,
The
and then all of a
portal.
sudden,
What the fuck?
He saw the portal.
My opinion is, okay, if he was, and if he is an experienced teleporter or even time traveler,
a jumper,
like, wouldn't you be aware where the fuck you're at? Like, oh shit, like, you know, like, you're not immortal, like, you know, you're in the fucking middle of the road. I just feel like that his whole walking is just a little weird.
He might be new.
he might be new,
he's high as fuck.
He might be a new hire.
He's just so good that he's down for that shit. He's
I
like,
guess so.
yeah, I'll just teleport right here. What's up?
True.
What's up, homie?
That's like when you what is it? You don't look cool when you look back at an explosion.
yeah.
And just keep on walking. Like nothing happens.
So, Carl, ultimately, you say nay.
I mean, I want it to be true, but I just something's
it would
a
be
little
so cool if it
fishy.
was
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Okay.
I want it to be 100%, but it just seems a little.
It is a little,
you know,
yeah.
like
for me,
and trust me, I had those thoughts too, man. Like, you know, you never know though. It could.
No, true. You know.
For me, I'm gonna go with. I think that he was originally crossing the street going that way. The fucking truck swerved around him, and as it swerved around, it turned him around, and then he's just kept walking like nothing happened.
Maybe he's just some dude with dementia. Like,
yeah, that could be it too.
He looks like he's out of it, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
And I don't know if you've ever driven down like, you know, a street that's like overpopulated with like, you know, homeless people. But a lot of them are really fucked up, and they legitimately walk right into your fucking car. Some of them don't give a shit. Some of them don't even know what's happening. They have no concept sometimes of what's going on around them.
That's true.
And they're just spun. Like they're spun. They're on another planet.
So you're saying that he's a demented time traveler?
What I'm saying
teleporter
is that he had some sick ass black tar heroin before he left. This nigga went on a real trip. That's a trip.
On a real trip.
On a real trip.
Okay.
Alright.
So, Jimmy, what do you think, man?
I've seen this video before, along with a few other teleporting ones. Man, because it's not like it's a ghost. It's not like it's prove this wrong. I guess
it's real.
It's I'm gonna have to go with a yay on this one.
Okay.
I like the idea of teleportation, especially with the kind of information that I've seen. I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt, but I'm gonna give it a yay for this one.
Oh wow! So I got a yay.
You got one.
Oh shit! So
is it a yay or a J?
Oh, Jay.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah. You get one. You get one. Stop fucking up, Jimmy. First time guest calling you.
Damn, Jimmy. What's going on, man?
Peace.
What's going on?
Shit.
I like you.
Hey, man.
Shit.
You gotta calm down with that fucking can right there, man.
Hey.
I gave it to him.
Oi. Slow it down, man.
Okay.
Slow it down.
So this next one that I want to show you guys is it's not about teleportation, but it is about superpowers. So one of the superpowers that I would love to fucking have is pretty much telekinetic powers.
All right. Gotcha.
Okay, so telekinesis, right, which is the power to move shit with your mind. Okay, would you love to fucking have that? I would love to fuck with people all the time.
I would like
my mind.
I would have things come to me as opposed to go to them.
Dude, I would masturbate furiously.
Just like
1 second.
You can come without touching your penis.
And then you can like make the cum go over where you want it to go.
Not that.
Across the room.
Pregnant, bitch.
What was that? What was that?
That bitch is pregnant now.
Can you just imagine though for a second, like you just splurge and then you just hold it for a minute and you're like,
bitch, you thirsty?
That's too good.
This video.
So good.
Okay, so this video intrigued me because it gave me a sense of like I don't know, it gave me the chills only because I thought about the future and the possibilities of the human being, the human mind, and what can it do. So let's check this shit out. This is I forgot, not this one. There we go. So check this one out. They're all just chilling. Hey, what's up, homie? What's going on, bro? You wanna fucking hang out? And look at this bitch. Look at her move her hand, and look at the cup move. You see that?
Yeah, shit.
You see that? So the cup is moving. The guy's fucking freaking out. He's like chilling with his homies, and then all of a sudden,
I was like, damn, I'm high as fuck right now. Maybe I shouldn't have smoked that shit before I came over.
Look at her hand. She's just chilling right there, and everybody's just like, what the fuck? What's going on? This is a security cam. He's like, nah, fool, it was right here.
It's a battery, dumbass. Oh, hey.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. Oh, and then the fucking table moves. And they really start to freak out.
why is it zoomed in?
But why
Zoom
is
back
it? Yeah, I
out.
want to see
Okay.
her.
Wait,
too.
look.
I'ma hit her.
Look. And there they go. And now it shows her, and she's doing her thing. And that's when the table moves.
I want to see her vagina.
Oh,
You
I
see-
see.
okay, so you guys-
Oh, see, they weren't because she was at a picture when it all went down.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, no, that's whack.
Huh.
Why didn't they keep her in the picture? That's
No, well, they were just showing the thing moving.
That's fucking bullshit, man.
But
do we
they
know when this
zoom
was
out-
shot?
Huh?
Do you know when this was shot? Like,
Unfortunately, I don't know when this was shot. It was uploaded not too long ago, but it's a compilation of like different videos, like from whenever the fuck. It just interested me I was interested in it only because, if it is real, man, then, what if, like, we have the potential to fucking do that? What if we're not using a part of our brain that allows us to fucking do that?
well, if I may interject, I think in reality it is possible. Mm-hmm. But the thing is with, our diet, our fucking daily habits, watching TV, like that shit dumbs down that, that part. It's like that saying that if you don't use it, you lose it, right?
For sure.
When it comes to muscles, even like if you don't work out, you're fucking weak as shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're yeah.
Sorry, man. I don't think he meant to insult you. It's okay. It's okay.
No, I remember reading, or not reading, maybe watching something on a documentary of some sort where there is potentially over 25,000 senses that our body has.
True.
We're just only aware of the 6 that.
Right.
Shit.
25,000?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's I know it sounds a little kooky and crazy, but I think it's the really kooky and crazy shit that is the most truest shit. It's just they try and fucking, and another thing too is like, all these movies that they're making now with the superpowers and the fucking X-Men and the Avengers and stuff. I think to that extent, there's definitely some fucking, X-Men school in the fucking boonies somewhere where they are, training the future fucking
These individuals.
Oh shit! It's me. It's like, oh shit.
It was empty. Sorry.
All right, tight. But I think it to be 100%.
Okay. So this one is you think this one maybe
You know what? Yeah, I give it a J. I'll give it a J. Yeah.
Okay. Angel, you already said that it was bullshit.
I just don't like that she's not in the picture. Because I didn't understand the show. I didn't understand what they were trying to showcase.
I don't get what's going on. I don't like it.
And I didn't like it.
Well, I
These
think
guys are all freaking out. And yeah, I think
no, but she was in the picture. It's just that they zoomed in
so
for the video.
So the person
itself.
that made this video,
like she was in the
on-
picture the whole time, and she was doing.
But
that
I
thing
wanted to see her make the motion.
But that's why. That's what she did at
It
the end.
didn't.
Yeah,
It didn't.
look.
Like, okay, in the beginning, you see her.
They re-show it.
No, I want to see it from the jump. I want the entire interaction, the whole thing.
Okay. So let's watch it from the beginning now. All right. So that fool's fucking chilling. Hey, what's up, dog? What's going on, man? Hey, yeah, what's up, homie? Look at her. Look at her move her hand right there at the bottom.
You think she's that fool's ex-girlfriend? She's
Oh, damn, she's just hating.
She's just hating like. So they zoom in just to show what's going on, but she's doing that. It's the same.
So I'm sure you could find a video of it online with it, the whole shot.
Yeah, just like without them zooming in.
Okay, but here's
and until I do.
Really quick though, I actually do remember there was this one movie that came out recently, and it was something in the context where this chick has like powers of the sort. Okay. And what they did was they like rented out a cafe, and it was a promotional thing that they did, where they didn't let the customers of the cafe know what was going on, and this chick was just sitting in the corner, and like, you know, she's like doing her homework, whatever the fuck, and then like she starts getting all crazy, and shit starts flying off the counters, and people are like, oh my god. It's like there's fucking like
carry shit.
Yeah. So it's not to say that stuff's not necessarily like done by, you know, like smoke and mirrors, but
right.
It could be.
No. I did see another one similar to that. They didn't let anybody know, but in this video, like pretty much somebody accidentally spills coffee on the girl's homework, and she's what the fuck? And then she fucking picks him up with the she throws him against the wall.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the one. I think that's what I had seen.
And then she picks him up, and everybody's like, oh fucking shit.
Yeah, I would have shit myself.
So
is this how it's gonna go?
That's definitely a possibility. Like this definitely could be, you know, one of those fucking hoax videos. But honestly, I mean, it is a security cam. It could be done like that.
2011. That's when it was
2011. That's when this was shot. And
before computers.
And so it is a little freaky, you know, that, you know, she's doing that. And then again, the fucking table moves right after this.
Is that better, Chris?
Come on, Chris.
Okay, so right now the table moves, and then and then they're gonna show the same clip of the table moving, but her doing it. See? And then it's her doing that hand gesture, and then the fucking table moving again. And so I don't know, Jimmy, what do you think?
Only because her hand gestures don't match the table movement, I'm gonna give it a no.
Okay.
Because I'm just gonna go
so
by
that's
what
how
I've
it works?
seen.
You have to go in the motion that you're moving something?
Isn't that how it works?
Well,
that is how it works.
I don't know, man, because sometimes you could just move shit with your mind.
Like she would have been still.
You go backwards.
Then that would have been a
sometimes
ghost
you
video.
could look. If I wanted to, I could just fucking and then in your face, you know. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm fucking. There's a motion. Honestly, we don't know how that fucking works.
But
So
I would imagine if it's a muscle reflex or like something to do with
it might be a muscle reflex.
If I'm not mistaken, Xavier just does it with his fucking mind, right?
Well, that's right.
But then, but then that chick from I can't remember
Stranger
her name.
Things.
Stranger
Things.
Yeah,
11.
She does hand movements, right?
Yeah, she does everything with her hands.
And then there's also in the Avengers, was it Vision's girl? Vision's girl, the girl in red.
Oh yeah.
She's like.
Oh yeah.
Scarlet.
But see, even then,
Scarlet Witch.
she's doing this shit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Fucking Hadoukens and shit.
That's true. And that's true. And it could work like that. And
totally smash.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'll let her.
Oh, you're asking if I would let her fuck me? Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, totally witch me.
She can peg me anytime she wants.
Witch me out.
For sure, dude.
Bewitch me.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No,
I'm down to dock her for sure.
No, but what I'm saying is like, okay, we really don't know how this thing works. Like, if we're able to fucking move things with our mind, we don't know if we need fucking hand gestures or whatnot.
But we definitely need hand jobs.
Well,
for the
I
world.
can move things with my head.
For the Damn. Fucking music conductor.
Okay, so we got Nays Brown. No, we actually
that's not true. Carl gave you a J.
Carl said J.
Carl gave you a J.
All right.
I'm not giving you
He's
shit.
sitting by you. He feels bad for you.
Yeah, I'm not giving you shit. Fuck that girl.
You know what? Before we go into the next one, Carl, did you explain if you ever experienced anything?
I can't say like necessarily on a paranormal like ghost level, but I have definitely had not any personal encounters with like extraterrestrials or UFOs, but I have seen, if I remember, at least 3 of them. And this is before the days that I would actually like get partied out and like just be like mistaken it for a little too a little too strippy dippy.
Wait, so what happened? So.
Well, I think one of my first sightings had to have been at least it was like 12 or 13, and I remember that I had saw this, and it wasn't just me actually. I remember telling my brothers about it. There was this green orb that was floating maybe like about 40 feet above my house, And at that point, I run out and I call my brothers and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is that? I'm like, yo, Dad, what is that? And he's like, what the fuck is that?
Holy shit.
Yeah, and so that was like I guess my first encounter. And the two after, man, the last one, it sounds a little crazy, but whatever. So I'm gonna go for
Say it anyway.
Yeah.
Do it.
So the second sighting that I had, it might have been in my 20s or so. I was going back and forth to Vegas fairly often, and there was one day where me and my brothers were driving back, and that's the thing. Every time I've had these experiences, I've had them with my brothers.
Okay.
And I was like, what is that? Is that a star? And before you knew it, like that one turned into 2, into 3 and 4, and they pretty much spiraled around each other. It's like just balls of light. And before you knew it, within a blink of a second, they just sped off in like one direction.
Wait, so they were just spinning around each other?
Yeah, I mean, it was like honestly pretty far in proximity. Like I think I was driving, so I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, yo guys, what is that? We're all just kind of like, I'm obviously trying to like not fucking crash the vehicle and shit, but also trying to see for myself. And
holy shit!
So it went from like 1 ball of light to 2 ball of light to like 4 of them, and they kind of just like danced around each other and they spiraled around each other, and before you knew it, like they just were gone.
They just took off like out of nowhere.
Yeah. It wasn't like they just like faded out. They just like
they just took off like super fast.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It was almost like a reminiscent of a light trail.
Damn.
And so let me see. I would say that I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but I had gone in this like really bad motorcycle accident back in 2015.
Okay.
And I was bedridden, and at that point, I just did a shit ton of like going down the rabbit hole, watching documentaries and conspiracies and so forth.
Right.
Aliens on the moon, XYZ, and in one of the documentaries that I had seen, they had described about there's these like orb-like vessels, and these vessels can change shape, and in essence, like you can hop in the shit, right? So the thing could like, shrink down to. You can shrink you down a size. You can hop on it and then take you to wherever the fuck it wants to take you.
So you could shrink down to size.
Of
the vessel.
Not necessarily on your own will, but the vessel would in essence like abduct you, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah. And so in one of the documentaries, actually, there's this show. I'm not too sure if you guys are familiar with it. It's called Cosmic Disclosure.
No.
I would
check it out now.
Highly.
Shout out
Cosmic Disclosure.
Cosmic Disclosure. I think the guy's name is David Wilcox.
Okay.
And like this dude is like he's he's been a whistleblower for years, and like some of the shit that he says out there is pretty fucking out there. Some of it is hard for me to believe, but there's some stuff that I have personally experienced in life that kind of makes me believe to what he says is true. And I'm not sure if you guys watch Futurama. I think Futurama actually has those little vessels, those little orbs that they talk about. It was also referenced, but then now I think about it, it was referenced in Space Odyssey 2001. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie. I actually watched it recently for the first time. It's fucking what's the dude that did Clockwork Orange?
Oh, Kubrick.
Yeah, the guy's sick as fuck. Like,
yeah.
Fucking
Stanley Kubrick.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And in one of the scenes where they like it's a shot of space, you see like Jupiter in the background. You see this, you see that, and you see these little fucking orbs. And then when they were blue orbs, it's not to say that's the orbs that they're talking about, but to me it was just kind of like, all right, this motherfucker's talking about it.
Similarities.
Yeah, and the thing is, the weird thing is, like, I feel like, there's no coincidences in life, it's all, everything's all fucking written, There is, in essence, your free will. Yeah, you can go left or right, but doesn't matter which direction you go, your day is going to end up the way that it's supposed to end.
Okay.
And so when it was that I started to kind of do all this research and stuff like that, there was, I was just watching movies. I would fucking smoke a bunch of weed and, want to watch a trippy movie. And all the stuff that I was researching all these movies I was watching, they were referencing it. And so it's like, that's weird. I just heard about this, but it's here, it's there. Yeah. And it's like, not to say that like I had seen Space Odyssey 1,000 times. Like, no, actually that was the first time I've ever seen it. And it's what the movie's it was filmed back in the 70s.
Back in the 70s, yeah. Like 70s.
So, I'm in Palm Springs. Had to have been 2015, and so I guess to give you like a little backstory, in some of the research that I have done, speaking of telepathy and all these different powers, they say that these extraterrestrials that when we communicate to them, we don't communicate to them on a verbal level. We communicate to them on a mental, emotional level.
Okay.
So if it is that you're stressed the fuck out and you come across this like they're gonna be stressed because they can absorb that feeling, that emotion that you have.
So they're empaths.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, wow.
And so, that being said, is like, when it was that I had this like orb. At the time, I didn't really know how to describe it. And you guys have been playing, was it like Legend of Zelda? The one that was on... What's that one, Fairy? Navi? Which game was that?
For Ocarina?
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
It's a little fairy. Yeah.
Listen.
Because she would be like, when you're playing the game, you're running around. It's like, oh, like... if there was like a chest or something that you needed to uncover, she would fly over by the chest and like she'd be like, listen. So she would kind of point. She would point you out to shit, you know. Right. And so at the time, the best way I thought of it and described it was like it was a fucking fairy. It had encountered a fucking fairy. But how crazy does that sound?
Damn.
And so thinking back on it, it's like, what of all these motherfuckers back in the day that were talking about fairies? In reality, they're just fucking extraterrestrials, and that's just the way that they perceive them to be. Sure.
Go ahead.
So, as I was saying, so it was like 2015. I want to say that I had it was my homie's bachelor party, and I had to work super late one night, and so by the time I got to the party pad, everyone was fucking cashed. And so at this point, I was like, damn, it kind of came out here for no reason. I drove my motorcycle, but it was like cool, whatever. So I'm in Palm Springs. I'll just make the most of it. And so I'm out there smoking a cigarette by the back patio area, and there's this pool. And in between, like in the pool, behind the pool, there was these 2 giant palm trees. Okay. And so I had saw like this little speck of light, and it was like it had to have been at least 20 feet behind the palm trees. Wow. And I'm like kind of like, what the fuck is that? It's so weird that it's so tiny behind these palm trees, but yeah, I could see it so well. Okay. And I like saw this little fucking bug, what I thought was a firefly. Okay. Kind of floating over towards me, and it passed. It was coming towards me, so it was like passing the palm trees. And the weird thing is, it didn't grow in size. It stayed the same. It stayed the same size.
Same size.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, I had noticed it coming towards me, and I was like, that's weird for it to still remain the same size, although it's becoming closer and closer to me.
That is kind of weird.
And so I was like, what? I was like very, very curious and kind of like, whoa, what is this? Like, I'm intrigued. Like, I want to know what the fuck this is.
Yeah. That defies the laws of physics. Like, that means that it was shrinking as it was getting closer.
Yeah. Exactly.
What the fuck?
That scared the shit out of me.
So, with that being said,
the fuck?
I had, I kind of like was like still scoping. And it passed the palm trees, and at this point, like from the palm trees to the pool, was probably another like 15 feet. And at that point, it was actually floating above the pool, still in the same size. And I like thought to myself, like, what the fuck are you? Like really? And at that point, I put my hand out to it, and when it was that I put my hand out to it, it slowly started coming towards me, and I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, oh shit! Like,
why am I sticking my
right?
Fuck it.
Oh my god!
Because I was so optimistic and so intrigued, I think that's the reason why it had interacted with me, right? Yeah. So the second that I pulled back and I felt fear and I felt being scared, it pulled back and it floated like behind the house, and I was like, oh shit! Like
that's what.
Wait.
So it was. You feel like it was reacting to your fear, and then all of a sudden it
so
felt what you were.
It was scared. Yeah.
Okay.
And so then at that point, I remember thinking like, oh fuck, like I'm sorry I scared you. This is like I'm thinking this all mentally exactly. And so
is your cigarette done? Like, because that gives you a little bit of time.
Yeah, I want to say that like after the point where it had like I remember starting the cigarette, and the ball of light was behind the palm trees. I was halfway finished smoking it, and it was at that point floating
like
above
20-30 minutes maybe.
Oh man, I fucking I'm a power smoker, so I would say probably within like 5 minutes.
Okay, for sure.
From it to go to there, and so after it was that I started to interact with it, I kind of like put my cigarette aside, and I was like, oh shit. And when it was that I had gotten scared, it reacted. It flew behind the house, and it was kind of funny because it seemed like it had a very cartoony moment where you know how if something is scared, like it'll hide behind something, and it's like,
you good, bro? You good, bro?
And it did that. It was behind the house, and it peeked its head, and I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry. And it kind of came closer to me, and then after one point, it just floated away, and I was like, fuck, like, what if that was my probing? Like, what if that was my... Because in reality is, like, I had... honestly, after going to a lot of these transformative festivals, doing the burn, doing, like, in the bottle, all these, like, kind of, like, super trippy shit, you know, like there would be times where I'm like watching a fucking DJ and I would tune out and I like look into space and like, I know you motherfuckers are out there. Like, like come pick me up. Like fucking.
That's awesome.
So,
Damn.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's quite a fucking experience, man.
Yeah, man, straight up.
Jesus
That's a good
Christ.
And I've never really thought about that in terms of them being empaths, like you described, right? And it's crazy that they interact with certain people, and to the length that they interact with certain people. And what I'm getting at is, like, I suppose those folks are brave, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those folks are fearless, so they feel comfortable enough to come over and make sweet love to your face.
And your brain get
like-
deep
Yeah,
inside.
and
What
they
if
get-
it's
and they get
like-
all up inside you.
Seriously though,
Yeah.
but like, what if it's like not so friendly and it's like kind of like, oh, you see a bear, hey there, little buddy. Oh my god! Oh god! I regret this.
no!
Where did the bear
God,
go?
please don't!
We gotta stop bears and guns.
We have to ban the
No,
bears.
no, but you know
Ban
what?
bears.
I mean, honestly, that is a crazy experience, and I've never heard of that, like of like potential extraterrestrial beings, or you know, maybe it's some sort of supernatural being that, you know, feels what we feel when we feel it, is some sort of empathic. I've never heard that before, and that's an interesting twist to it. Like, maybe what if like that's a possibility? If that is a possibility, then, you know, if our government is as gung-ho as it is, you know, oh, let's fucking kill them all, then what if they feel the same thing? And that's how
like,
we
nah,
fucking end ourselves.
Fuck those monkeys.
Yeah, exactly.
little-
Like,
yeah.
fuck
Well, see,
those-
okay, here's my prediction.
Blow it up!
Is for all of us, like, you know, like kind-hearted people that are just willing to get on that kick, like all these motherfuckers that are on that same level that are so gung-ho, like they will all perish once they come. And they'll recognize like the good people, like, hey, you know what, like you can stay, you're tight.
Hey,
You know what?
you cool with me?
You cool? You cool?
You have a really nice ass. You can stay.
Yeah.
The alien. You know what?
Alien cheeks.
I kind of don't want to get into it again because we've been going over it for like a long time already.
Teleporting?
No, I'm talking about Area 51, but I'm kind of curious about what Carl thinks about this. What do you think about the
Area
whole
51.
Area 51 raids?
Shit, man. Honestly, I have paid a little bit of attention, but not too much. I mean, I think it's funny as fuck. I think what I pay more attention to is all the fucking the Kyle memes that are like how the Kyles will be the first wave of infiltrators, and then we have our Karens to follow them after, and, you know, all the
And then
fuckers and shit.
their cars are like souped out sports trucks with monster stickers on them.
There was a
Ford Mustangs.
There was a meme where it's like it's a picture of one of the Halo like little fucking scooters.
Yeah.
It's like my whip when I get back from Area 51. I don't
that.
know, man. I mean, I don't think that's gonna do anything. I don't think that them bum rushing and that shit, like, what they're gonna do is just build a wall. They know exactly when that day is that they're gonna kind of rush in.
Yeah.
All that they do is just fucking fortify and tear gas everyone. Like, all right, cool. Like, and then if fuckers fuck up too much, some fools are gonna get shot. Like, you know.
Hey,
I mean,
like
they're
this was said,
full.
weed out the stupid.
People will die.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I want to see what's in there. Fuck yeah, but I don't necessarily think that.
I'm not gonna risk my life.
No,
Yeah.
fuck that, right? It's like, you guys go, and then you guys let me know how it is.
And tell me all about
Take
it.
some pictures, man. You
Yeah.
good?
Don't forget to hit the like button on your Instagram.
Damn.
Isn't that shit crazy though?
That would be fucking
Yes.
traumatic. Like, they go live and then they immediately get shot. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Live from Area 51.
We should have never came.
You mean dead from
We should have
51?
never came.
You know, and they were talking about, you know, oh, let's just fucking run like Naruto and shit. You know, like,
They
let's
can't
do
hit us.
that.
if
can't
we're
do that
running.
for- You can't do that for 15 fucking miles.
So that's fucking
Not
super
with
speed,
that
right?
attitude.
That would be super speed. That's another power that I would love to have.
Clearly,
you know,
I'm
watch
not a ninja.
Go super speed, watch the whole fucking world in slow motion. Like, if I had the, yeah, I don't know if you've seen when the X-Men movies, the guy that can move really fast. You know, everything's in slow
Quicksilver.
motion.
Quicksilver.
So he
Honestly,
can-
that guy's one of my
yeah.
favorite dudes. He's fucking tight.
He's
Like,
fucking awesome,
the
right?
scenes that they do is just fucking.
I would
It's
do
done
the,
very well.
time freeze. Just oop,
Oh,
and I can move. Not you guys.
Docking.
Yeah.
Docking.
Yeah, docking. That's a superpower.
Actually, I kind of do feel like time slows down.
It does.
I want the Zach Morris.
We just don't have to look at each other's eyes.
Come on. Where's my careless whisper? Damn it.
Shit.
Come on. Lagginess.
But you know,
I want the Zach Morris.
Yeah, the Zach Morris.
Zach Morris is trash.
Oh, time
Zach
out.
Morris is trash.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to that series. Little
Yeah.
deviation.
Zach Morris is trash.
He is a
he's
piece
a
of shit.
Piece of shit if you really
he's
think about it. Yeah.
If
After
Zach
the whole
Morris-
special,
Yeah,
If Zach
all the
Morris
shit
was
that
a real person, he'd be a Republican right now.
He got the fuck Kelly.
Straight up.
and y'all
Shout
did
out.
it.
Oh, shout out to Kelly Kapowski.
Oh my God, one of my loves, man.
I stick it in her mouth so fast.
Y'all can have
With
Kelly.
superpowers, man, you can stop time.
You can have Kelly. I'll take Lisa.
Well, the reason.
Oh, Lisa too.
And then
day,
Jesse with her
every
big floppy
day.
titties.
Jesse, I'm down too. Oh, remember
Lisa Turtle.
the one with the leather jacket? What was her? Tori.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't
yeah,
she
yeah.
in
She was
King
a
of
little bit
Queens or
after.
something?
Nah, you're
What's the
tripping.
wife of King
That's
and Queens?
Leah Remini.
That's Leah Remini.
She was in there too, but like in the
Nah,
the
that was
beach
the
episode.
that was the summer
Yeah, summer
That's right.
episodes,
That's
summer
right.
yeah.
She was Mr. Someone's.
Yeah,
Mr.
and she was
someone's
banging
daughter.
trash ass Zach Morris,
Trash Morris.
bitch ass fool.
Fucking trash.
Trash Morris is trash.
Hey, what up, Trash? What up, Trash Morris? My name is
Wait, how do we get on this Trash Morris kick?
wait.
Area 51 to
We're
Trash
gonna
Morris.
redo
To Kyle.
all the lines, but he's gonna play Trash Morris. We're gonna play AJ Moreno,
Yeah, let's do this. This is gonna be AC
I
Slater.
don't know. I was gonna say AC is fucking tight. dude.
AC Slater.
AC?
He's so tight that a DJ had to
Hey,
fucking steal his name.
No.
Yeah,
really?
that's true.
There's
Oh,
a
there's
DJ called
AC
AC
Slater.
Slater?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a DJ called AC Slater.
And
Shout
he's-
out to
and
that
he's
guy.
dope.
Shout out to AC Slater.
Hey,
And he's
man,
dope.
shout out to Mario Lopez, man.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, yeah.
Motherfucker.
That motherfucker went to go
He's-
do shit. He's
he
still,
doesn't-
Who still looks like he's fucking
He
20
doesn't-
and
and he's
shit.
still working. He's still working. He's still putting in
doing
work.
his thing,
Another
man.
like a douche.
J-Lo, dude. She's 50. That's
You heard he's a
50.
douche?
He smells like a douche.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
You say filthy?
50.
Oh.
That fool's
50.
50?
No.
50.
J-Lo.
oh,
Yeah,
J-Lo.
But
J-Lo's
I'm saying they don't
50.
age. Those people don't age.
Oh,
It's
the
because
Lopez's?
they sold their souls to the devil, bro.
yeah, yeah.
They're probably
You know?
clones. They're clones.
That's
That's
what
what
I'm
it is.
saying.
They're
They're
clones.
clones by now. Some MG shit. Some MGK shit. You know what I mean? Like,
MGK, Machine Gun Kelly,
yeah, for sure.
MK Ultra.
But
Oh,
she's
sorry, my bad. I got my shit mixed up right there. My fault.
Cleveland
But that's what I meant.
kills.
It's real.
Okay, so the reason I brought up the whole fucking Area 51 thing is because the next video and the whole Naruto run is
Yeah.
because the next video talks about the superpower of having the speed, and so having that fucking superpower would be pretty awesome. Check this video out. There's this guy just fucking walking, just chilling, you know, he's coming home from school, and then all of a sudden something happens, and let me know what you guys think about this.
Number 4. Super speed. Speedsters like the Flash and Quicksilver are very famous with fans.
Yeah.
Their
Quicksilver,
superpowers
that's the
allow
dude's
them to
name.
move so fast that they cannot even be seen by the naked eye. In this video,
What the fuck?
So look.
You got a wedgie?
So they just show the clip right now.
Okay.
They show the clip right now, but they're gonna show the video as
All right.
Oh, gotcha,
what
gotcha.
happens.
Okay, what the fuck?
So that was in the fucking air right now, out of nowhere.
Parkour.
Seen even before the man lands back on Earth.
So he's just chilling, and then
Oh shit,
What
that's
the fuck?
that
and you
is
see that,
that is peculiar.
and it looks like a fucking cloud or some sort of wind, just zooming by and tossing.
Yeah,
this
but wait a minute.
motherfucker.
This is Asia, right?
Okay, so this kid doesn't have special powers.
Come on.
No. He
Is
just
that-
got
is that-
he got passed by somebody that had special
Oh,
powers.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That fool just got rocked by
That fool
somebody.
just got fucking super rock. So let's watch
Was that
shit
Asia?
again. Yeah, it looks
he Asian?
it looks Asian. I don't
Their
know.
superpowers allow them to move so fast that they cannot even be
Let's
seen
watch
by
that
the
again.
naked eye.
So look,
In this video, a boy
I like how they just go to the next
speedster.
clip. Like,
As he's walking with his bag slung over his
You think they
shoulder,
put those cones because there might be special powers nearby?
He then tumbles onto the ground and his bag lands a few feet away. The blur leaves the scene even before the man lands back on Earth.
Yeah.
okay, so this one fucking flew into there. That was funny.
That was a good sound bit. Proper time.
You know, if something like this is real, then I mean, what the fuck would you do with that power? Like, why would you need something like that?
No, well, first of all, this guy doesn't have powers.
No, this guy doesn't.
He doesn't.
But something really fast.
If I had powers, I would do shit like this.
Yeah, I would
all the time.
I would too.
I just told you that I want to fucking impersonate people and replace them just for fun.
See, but this is it. This is the reality why you don't have powers.
Yeah, I don't have powers.
But I would. Someday when you get like fucking bit by some radioactive cunt or something.
Big dick What was the reality?
Oh no! Like, you won't ever have superpowers because you're gonna use them for the wrong reason.
I am gonna.
I think
no, that's bullshit.
I think that the reality is like in order to attain this is not some fucking joke. This is straight up. This is what I think is that you have to have that right mental process. You have to have that intention. You have to have that discipline. That when you get these powers, it's not necessarily to like fuck with people or anything. It's just to have these powers and be able to do good in the world.
Right? No, that's true. It's
I'm
true.
Gonna say
straight up.
Honestly, there's a new movie about superheroes that are very corrupt. I think it's a movie or a TV series.
Watchmen.
No, well, that's another one. That's another
one. They made a movie and they're doing a show on HBO.
But they're
Watchmen? Yeah.
No. Oh, you know what? There is a show though. Is that it? I'm not too sure if that's the one that. Yeah, but it's pretty much.
Have you seen the movie
criminal
Watchmen?
superheroes?
No.
And then
The
it's
Boys.
Huh?
The Boys on Amazon Prime.
No, I haven't.
Probably.
Have you seen Watchmen?
I have seen Watchmen, the movie, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
It was first a graphic novel.
That one was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking super awesome.
Fucking sick.
And so that's the thing. Becoming a superhero, you have all these responsibilities. And sometimes the decision that you need to make isn't the one that you want to make.
Of course.
It's not the easiest fucking choice.
Shout out Dark Knight.
Obviously, yeah, exactly. Some people you're going to say, like, no, this fool deserves to fucking die. Fuck this fool. But you, as a superhero, have to make the right moral decision.
Yeah.
To not fucking murder this fool. Would you be a good superhero?
I mean, now, yeah. In my younger naive days, I'd be not necessarily a superhero, but more I think a villain.
A villain?
Okay.
Okay.
Or at least an anti-hero. I'd be like, I'd be like an old school
Just
Batman, Deadpool, where it's like
fucking with people and shit.
Well, just more so. I don't think ever fucking with people, but like
in it for yourself.
Yeah, in it for myself, but also too like, if you fucking maliciously harm people. There's no rehabilitation. You're done. Like I'll make sure of it.
Like the Punisher, you just shoot these fools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
what about you, Angel?
I literally said that I would fuck with people.
You would
sticking with what I thought would be the most awful. No. Let's be honest. If I'm put in a position where I had to save the planet and I had to put my life at risk, I'm not. Fuck you guys. You're fucked. You didn't even know.
This is why you'll never have superpowers.
You didn't even know. You didn't even know I had powers. Like so fuck you. I'm not saving your stupid ass, powerless ass.
I'll live, but good luck, guys.
I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna fly to Mars.
I have other planets. I have other places to go.
I have other plans and planets.
I think it depends. Honestly, though, it depends on what your fucking. It depends on your power, Dick. It depends on what your superpower is and how you can utilize it because it's a weapon, right?
Right.
Like, so there has to be a weapon for every brawl that you're gonna get into. There has to be a weapon that you can use, and if your weapon is ineffective, why put yourself in that position, right?
Because the weapon you have is ineffective. Help.
But but at that point, if your power is fucking flames. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
what are you gonna burn?
What can you really do with that? Is my point. Now, if you had like fucking mega superhuman strength and you were fucking bulletproof and you had a list of things that made you fucking super, all right, dude, do your job.
Check this though.
For sure, do your job.
There's people out here in the real life that don't have any sort of superpower and they want to help in any way they can.
Yeah,
and I think that
I'm
if
not
you
one of those guys.
But the thing is,
like just
know that when the aliens come one day, you're so fucked, Angel.
Yeah, they're like that kid from Captain Planet that had heart, like
because he's brown.
He had no superpowers. Everybody be like, I got ice, I got ground. He's like, I'll make you feel I have heart.
I'm gonna make you feel,
I make you feel happy.
Fucking haters.
I'm gonna make a bad guy feel bad.
That's good.
Like,
I'll make you happy that you're fucking murdering me. What about you, Jimmy?
Fucking hate me.
If you were, would you be a great superhero, or would you be a really bad superhero, or somewhere in between?
I definitely keep it a secret because I wouldn't want sucker fools knowing.
Sucker ass fools.
Sucker ass fools. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, the power of word.
See, if I had superpowers,
Some airbender shit.
I would
right
fucking
here.
come outside and I would do
course.
some shit like this. Like, this is the kind of shit that I would get into.
This
You know what I
would
mean?
entertain
Like,
you.
this is what I would do. Check this guy out.
Like,
Look at him. Look
Fuck
at him.
that.
My boy is airbending. Look at him. Yeah, you get yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at him. Oh.
Get out of the way!
Wait. I don't think he had superpowers, man. I think he was just dancing with the wind.
Get out of the fucking street.
I mean, first of all, look. That guy has zero idea. He has zero idea he's being filmed. That motherfucker was just doing that shit. He was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do my Tai Chi right here. Yeah.
Damn,
feel that wind?
That fool don't have to worry about
Or maybe that was so high that he thought he had superpowers. He's like, oh.
It was probably super
Shut
fucking
up,
high.
drunk.
Yes.
Fuck that bank robbery.
You see what I mean? Like, what if my fucking superpowers were pussy? Like, and they weren't that great yet. Like,
Yeah, you just.
you know?
Making
I can control the wind, but it only blows as hard as a fan.
You're only.
I'll tell you right now, your powers are pussy.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Man. Well, I think that's good for today.
That
man.
about does it, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
Tight.
Yeah.
Really, nigga?
Nah, but Carl, dude, yeah, you know what? We really appreciate you coming on to the show, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
really appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thank
Dude,
you for
I haven't
sharing
seen
your
you in
experiences.
so fucking long.
Yeah,
I will
it's
totally
been a
bang you right now. Like,
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's a little cute.
It's about to be a ghost orgy.
I mean, you know, technically I had a few drinks. We're not doing anything after.
Let's hang. Right? Oh, rather, let them hang. Hey.
No, but thank you for coming. What you got going on? Where can they find you, man?
You guys can find me on the IG. It's Casual Carl, ITS Casual Carl. I always gotta specify that there's an ITS before it, because if not, people just do the whole Casual Carl.
Oh, yeah.
It's not something I thought of too well. But what I got going on, it's a good question. I am in the peril of deciding whether or not I should go to Burning Man. Burning Man is in approximately 20 days.
Oh,
I have a
shit.
ticket,
Okay.
and that's actually like very, very rare. And
Oh.
so, I don't know, man.
You'll go.
Burning Man.
You will
dude,
go.
That's I
an
know
experience
Wedo
for
goes
sure.
to that festival a lot.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
it's
Why is it crazy?
It's just one of those things. It's like a testament to like who you are as a character. I feel like if you go to Coachella, you can buy your food there, you can buy your booze there, you can do whatever there. With Burning Man, like you have to you have to prep. There's a lot of like there's a lot that goes into it. It's not necessarily just being there presently. There are 10 principles, and I'm gonna like fucking kick myself in the head later for not really knowing them all that well. But I know that one of them is radical self-reliance, and radical self-reliance is pretty much like your ability to do the festival in its entirety by yourself. And this means like bringing your food, bringing your water, being sustainable. You're not necessarily like having to, oh, I'm gonna go and buy some fucking water over here at the water stand.
Yeah.
Like you have to like think it through. And another one of the other principles is leave no trace. And what that is pretty much like you got to pick up yourself. And the thing is like these I mean it's it's obviously there's no really going in depth to explain leave no trace, but I feel like these principles, and if you apply yourself in the manner where you actually abide by them, then that's where you get the full experience. That's where it is that you really fully learn about yourself. It's not necessarily going into the desert and getting high for 7 days. I found myself. No, it's.
I mean, there's that.
No, 100%. No, that goes with the radical self-reliance, where you make sure you bring your shit, so you can be high for 7 days.
Forget your drugs.
Shit. Yeah.
Don't forget your stash.
I think there's.
You're not gonna have much fun. Oh.
Go for it.
But yeah, there's like, I mean, not to go into all the 10 principles, but yeah, like there's radical self-expression, where it is that I feel like here in the normal world, you have to abide by a fucking a uniform. You know, when you go out, I can't wear this because people are gonna look at me fucking weird. When you go out to the burn, like you can wear the fuck you want. You want to wear a fur fucking jacket on the fucking then rock it. You know, and if it is that you want to go in your fucking Speedos with nipple clamps, then fucking do it.
It really has like a Mad Max type of feel to it. Like it really does. It's like a lot of leather and chains.
And really what it is just it more so enforces like who you are as a person, and fuck the stigma that is like this whole society, these constructs that have been in place, these these things that are considered to be taboo, and like just be you, do you, and like fuck what everyone else thinks about that shit. And I
fuck everyone there.
Yeah, there are definitely
bring condoms,
orgy tents for sure. It's definitely a thing where it is that there's like just go in there, you take a number, and just be like, boo, yeah.
Damn. Man. Hey, well, you know what? I hope you don't get herpes.
Like and subscribe.
And I also hope you enjoy yourself. If you want to see It's Casual Carl, check him out at Burning Man, and check him out on his Instagram. It's Casual Carl. Also find us on the JAG Show, Facebook at Official JAG Show, on Twitter at Official JAG Show, and also on Instagram as well, The JAG Show. Always on the Super Audio Network, and always superaudionetwork.com, Super Audio Network, YouTube channel, The JAG Show. Until next time, we love you all. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.